We've been running a test group of about 100 students who are currently going through the Who Are You course material. One of them, Jared, finished the course in 6 weeks. Current mentors will know how amazing that is. When he sent back a questionnaire at the end talking about his experience in taking the course, he noted 2 things. One, that he loved getting stories of other prisoners because it reminded him that he was not alone in what he was going through. The other thing that he realized was that he had a purpose for his life. When he went through the course, he looked at the question of who am I, and his answer to that was that he was a servant of all, and that was what God was calling him to do, and that he really needed to find new ways to serve people around him right where he was. Another student that went through the course, and we're going to call him Mark, wrote in his first conversation box in his first lesson that he was really nervous about taking the course and wasn't certain if he could complete it. Mark finished his entire lesson. He asked questions in every single conversation box, and on the last page, he wrote a letter to his mentor talking about his life and sharing a little bit of his journey. We would have lost students like Mark in the past who didn't feel like they could accomplish what was put in front of them, and it was incredible to see someone not only finish something that they were nervous about, but really accomplish it in a way that showed that they were not only understanding what they read, but applying it to their lives and then wanting to learn more. From a mentor's perspective, we have Jen, who was already a Tier 1 and Tier 2 mentor before she agreed to become a mentor in our test group. She took one student, and she said the one thing that surprised her is how easy the lessons were to review, and how easy the letters were to write at the end of the day. She said the first lesson that she received, she sat down and she read through the students' answers and was making comments and had written her letter, and she looked up, and about an hour had passed, and not only had she completely lost track of time, her letter was done, the reviewing of the lesson was done, and she said it was the easiest letter that she's ever had to write because she had learned something about the student. She knew where they were spiritually and was able to actually share parts of her own story and encouragement for her student. And she was really thankful that she had stepped forward and become part of the test program because she got to see a little bit more of what was going on in students' lives in ways that she had not been able to see it before. We know this material is new to you, so please, if you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to contact us. We would love to talk to you and hear from you and answer any questions you might have.